All right, so I do see we have one other person on. We are just going to wait a few more minutes for more people to log on, and then we'll get started. Real quick, my name's Christina. I've been part of iTOVi for a little over a year. This is Ian. Ian's one of our very first employees. He started from the very beginning, and he's part of support team, and I'm part of sales. So we're going to get started in just a few minutes. We're just going to wait for more people to log on, and then I'm going to assume that's you, Marika. So first off, I want to thank Marika for putting this on. We are so excited to be doing this today. Marika is not going to be able to use the chat function today, only because she is not on a computer. And that brings me to my next point. If you want to be able to leave chats, there is a chat function on the side or on the bottom of the page. You need to be logged onto a desktop or a laptop, no mobile devices. And that way you can leave comments and we can answer questions and things like that. So if you do want to do that, go ahead and put it in those sections. And there is a bit of a few-second delay, so I may not see it instantly. And if we're not answering your question, it's because we just haven't seen it yet. It hasn't popped up, not that we're ignoring you. So we will get started in just a second. We're just going to wait for a few more people to log on.
I mean, while we're just trying to kill time too, like Christina said, I'm part of our support team. I've been around with iTOVi since 2015. Any questions, comments, or concerns we don't touch on here, we're going to try and get to as many questions as possible. Anything we don't touch on, never hesitate to email us at support@itovi.com or call us at 877-483-3748. So I guess we're still waiting a little bit longer to more people to add on. I just thought I'd throw that little tidbit of information out there.
That's awesome. Yeah. And we'll just get started in just a few more seconds. We're just going to wait just for a few more people to log on, and then we'll get started. In the meantime, if you guys have any questions, feel free to put it in the chat section. After this is not live anymore, it's going to be pre-recorded, so you can share it after the fact. So you can put on your social media, and feel free to add your own referral link or Marika's referral link. I went ahead and put that in the chat function over there, as well as I will put it in the comments afterwards. And that way you guys can, share it. I am excited. We are going to be doing a promo code we'll be releasing today. The info for that is it's going to be live from now until tomorrow at midnight. The promo will be, it's $10 off the basic, which means you just have to pay for the monthly fee, which is the $40 a month, or it's $30 off choice, and the choice is usually $800, so it's going to be $30 off of that. The promo I will release at the very end of the video, so stay tuned for that, and we'll be able to release that soon. All right, so we're going to go ahead and get started. So first off, we do have a few questions that were given to us beforehand, so we're just going to touch on that real quick. I will be asking the questions, and Ian here will be answering them.
To the best of my ability.
To the best of our ability. Awesome. All right, so the first question is, if a customer puts essential oils on their hands and waits about 15 minutes before scanning, will that apply or influence the scan?
So no. The quick answer is no, it won't, for the fact all the iTOVi is doing is measuring your body's reaction and resistance to the products, not necessarily products on the skin or within the body.
I like that, yeah. Next question that we have is, someone suggests doing two separate scans, one with the same person, but one being for oils and one being for supplements. Can you elaborate on that or give us insight? Would it be valuable to do that? Would we reduce the numbers? Should we increase the numbers?
So there's no right or wrong answer to this. It's whatever basically fits your needs best. So, and for example, when I choose maximum amount of products with all products, all I'm doing is opening the scope of what I'm asking the iTOVi to look for as wide as the scope can open. Whereas when I focus on a smaller number of products with an individual product line or something like that, then I'm just lowering the scope. So it's not better or worse. It's really what I choose doing is how can I best tailor my report to fit my client's needs. So if they're new, it's suggested to do anywhere between 3, 5, or 7. You don't want to kind of overload them with 10 just because there's many different reasons. If they're new, keep the product amount lower. And then, I always like to ask questions to learn more about my clients. Are they more prone to using supplements or oils? Or if they really don't know, then give them the option and and just kind of go from there. It's always good to ask more questions to get more answers so I can better learn how I can effectively help my clients.
I like that. Yeah. Another thing that I would also include is we do recommend when you're scanning someone new to do about 5 to 7 products. You can do more, you can do less. It is personal preference, but 5 seems to be a good number. It's not too many products and it's not too little to, give them some options. But yeah, so the next question that we have is, do you have tips on introducing the iTOVi scanner on the sales conversation? People sometimes get confused, and some of the products you scan for are not in the enrollment kit, and people are unsure what to order at that point. What suggestions would you have?
No, yeah, and honestly, I have a colleague here who always says, the iTOVi is just a great conversation piece. I don't remember if that was you who coined that phrase.
I don't think it was me.
I don't think it was you either, but it's just a great conversation piece. And I can only give my personal experience, which is when I was first introduced to the oil lifestyle, to the, essential oil companies, things like that, I was overwhelmed because I had everyone and their friends telling me, try this, let's start here, let's do there. And I just didn't know what to do. So that kind of kept me hesitant for a while. And then finally, when I came across the iTOVi, I had an advocate come and be like, hey, I'm not here to sell you anything. I'm just here to answer questions. So one of the best ways I like to, assist my clients is with a tool called the iTOVi. And all the iTOVi is doing is measuring your body's reaction to different products. So, boom, before I knew it, my advocate had slammed an iTOVi into the palm of my hand, and within 30 seconds, I had a report rendered. Once the report was rendered, my advocate just said, all right, looking at these products on the report, what products do you think you could benefit most? And funny thing was, I didn't know a lot about the products at the time. I was very new. So I was like, I could just kind of go off specific names. And I was like, I think I have an idea about it. I was like, all right. And because my advocate had more working knowledge of the oils than I did, I relied on him. See, the goal of the iTOVi is to enhance the client advocate relationship. It's not to be in lieu of, it's to enhance it. So because of the report I had, it really kind of hit home for me that I had no real idea what I was doing and no real working knowledge of the products. So that's what my advocate was for. And I was just like, all right, so what does this product mean? What does it do? Or just tell me more about it. And that's what they did. And that's how I was able to really refine the original answer to the question that he had asked me was, what products could I see myself using, And then that was kind of it. So I always take the standpoint of an advocate. I'm always here to answer questions. I'm a facilitator. That's the term I like to use a lot. I'm here to facilitate the answer of any questions, quality concerns you guys have. And because of that, people are more prone to coming to me with those questions and concerns.
I like that. Yeah. It really is just to highlight doTERRA's products. It's not the focal point. It's just to start that conversation, and it's non-threatening. It's friendly. It's even fun. So that's really its only purpose. So, all right. So another question that we have is, how long is a scan good for? I have a customer. So if a customer scans in January and then comes back to me in March wanting to buy those products, would that scan still be good? What is the length of time before the scan could possibly be dramatically different?
It's dramatically different, in a roundabout way to quickly answer that question is, we'll use supplements for this portion of it. So supplements, depending on how they're taken, a supplement regimen can take up to a month, even longer, to be really properly be introduced to the body. So for supplements, we would suggest, roughly around a month before rescanning again, if it's for supplements. For oils now, there's so many ways to introduce oils into the system and into the body. And there's different, you can topically, orally, there's so many different avenues to go. And depending on what avenue you take, it can take a little bit longer for an oil to be properly introduced to the body. So for oils, we say roughly around a week. And again, there's no right or wrong answer to these things, and to suggest that, oh, I scanned a month ago, are these products still going to be good? There's no good or bad. It's just a matter of my body's having a good reaction to these products. Let's see how um, let's just see how I use them within my day-to-day routine.
Yeah, and I think we can all like agree with that. There are no bad oils. I
Yeah.
mean, there's no bad doTERRA products. You really can benefit from any of them. So to say, the scan's no longer good is just kind of like saying, well, there's bad doTERRA products. It really isn't. Obviously, your body is going to be changing. So like we said, supplements a month, a week for oils. But really, if someone comes back and they say, I want to try those products that I scanned for, that's not a bad thing. I mean, they're still going to get benefit from it. So it's really up. You can always offer to do another scan, but there's really no right or wrong answer to that. So. Alrighty, so we're going to go ahead and get into the bulk of the webinar today. We're going to talk a little bit about the selling process and how to introduce and explain how it works. So I'm going to go ahead and have Ian, you go ahead and explain how it works and how to introduce it.
So how to introduce it, especially with people who aren't familiar with the technology of iTOVi, as simple is always best. For me, I just say, all the iTOVi is doing is through the process of bioimpedance, is measuring your body's reaction and resistance to the products. That's it. And then from there, I let the iTOVi kind of do the talking for me. That's when the people ask more questions, say, here, how about this? Let's just run a session on you. Let's run a scan. And if you have any more questions, I'll be more than happy to answer it. So I immediately jump right into it. And the great thing about the iTOVi is, just in order for someone to run a session, they have to type their first, last name, email address, phone number. So you already have their contact information. So once you run the session, you email or text their report to them. And then it's a great way to already set up follow-up consultations. So once you've done that, just contact them a little bit later. Just, hey, I just wanted to make sure you actually got your scan and you were actually able to understand everything. Do you have any questions, comments, or anything like that? I'm more than happy to help answer any of those questions you have. And also, let's set up another follow-up consultation. It's been a week to 2 weeks. Let's run another scan, see if anything's changed, see if anything new's come up, anything like that. So that's the best way I've found to approach new clients and dealing with the iTOVi, and also dealing with older clients that I've been talking to for months or even longer, just to kind of see how we can get back on track.
Yeah. And usually when people ask how it works, I usually just say something like, it's going to send the frequency for each of the doTERRA products to your body. During this scan, it's going to rank your reactions, and the report's just going to be the top 10 products you had the strongest reaction to. And so usually after that, people get an idea, and it's easier to start with that. The great thing too is the scanner is just so small and portable. You can really just take it with you anywhere. So you don't even have to prepare. I mean, I've scanned people like my Uber drivers before. Like you can scan anywhere at any time, and because the technology is so user friendly, it gives them a personalized report of what they had the strongest reaction to, and then that gives you the opportunity to educate. That's really all you're doing, is educating people on what the products do. And like Ian said, you've got their phone number, you've got their email. I even like to I ask them after a scan. I say something to the extent of, are you interested in learning more about personal wellness, or even about the products that doTERRA has to offer? And if they say yes, I then add them to a list of people that I contact for my events and for scanning parties. And then I just invite them, because it really, most of the time, people just want more information. They're just curious. And it's great to just have a list of people to invite to parties, to educate. It really opens up your scope of people to reach out to. So. Awesome. All right. So the other thing we're going to talk about today is about scanning parties. Before we get into that, there are a lot of reasons to use the scanner and a lot of situations that would have it come in handy. And one of them is doing one-on-ones with clients. There are a lot of people that are like, I'm new to this. I don't know what to use first. Do you have any suggestions? And I would like to just say, like, well, you know what? I've got this tool that will scan you, tell you the top 10 products you have the strongest reaction to. Let's just go ahead and do that. And then that opens that conversation for us. The other thing that I like to use them for is for classes, for scanning parties. I like to use them for clients that have gone inactive. So those people that you've gotten them interested, they tried the product, and then they just kind of fell off the map and just don't know what to do next. They're great to just kind of scan and just kind of figure out where to go next, as well as cold cold going processing, just prospecting people on the streets, in your day-to-day lives, doing errands and stuff. And there's a lot of other situations where it just really comes in handy. It really takes the pressure off of starting the conversation and getting it started. And that's really its main benefit.
How much does an iTOVi weigh? Enough to break the ice.
I like that. I like that a lot. Awesome. All right. So let's go ahead and talk about scanning parties. So a scanning party is really just an opportunity for you to showcase your company's products. It's going to build up a generated buzz, get people excited, and then that allows you to educate on your company. Some of the topics that you can do are emotions and essential oils and how they play a part with each other. You could do a basic introduction to your company, what you stand for, what the products are good for, as well as weight management. You can talk about supplements. There are tons of options that you can cover on. Now, we generally recommend that when you set up a scanning party, there are two parts. One of them is the actual class portion, and the other is the scanning station. And what you're going to do there is you're going to have people be able to scan and then be able to have access to books to do research on that product, because a product can do a lot of different stuff, and it's nice for them to be able to sit down and just kind of look over stuff and read about them a little more and get more information. The other thing is you're going to want to have paper and pen, especially if you're going to be talking pricing. So when you're scanning people, they're instantly going to say something like, well, how much is that going to cost? And it's great to write it down, explain the benefits, explain the whole process, including doing a wellness advocate or doing wholesale. It's at that point, it's where you can really dive in and talk about options with them. The other thing that they're great for, so the other thing that I was going to say was a lot of people like to give themes to these parties. Some fun ones that we've seen are the emoji scanning party. These are great. So for the invite, you can do like emojis on the invite, and then you talk about emotions and how essential oils affect emotions and how they play a part. People have done tea parties, and they call them like Bad Hatter parties. Those are fun. Tea and essential oils, they always go together really well. So that's always fun. Another one that we've had is the Sweetheart Party. And Sweetheart scanning parties are just essential oils and how they play a part in our emotions and aphrodisiacs and things like that. So there are tons of options. If you guys have ones that you're going to be doing on your own and you want to take pictures and post them online, feel free to tag us in them. We are on Instagram and Facebook at iTOVi Scanner. That's how you can go ahead and tag us, as well as hashtag iTOVi Scanner. We are on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube.
YouTube.
Yeah, so we have tons of places where you guys can connect with us. Another thing is we do public webinars. We go over some topics on those that are broad topics, from like how to use the report in your daily life. So the stuff that comes up on the report, how to actually apply them in daily situations. A lot of great stuff we do on that. So feel free to join those. Those are on Facebook. Awesome. All right. So if you guys have any questions, go ahead and put them in the chat section. If not, we're just going to wait a few more seconds before we log off. I do want to go ahead and thank Marika one more time for putting this on. We love being able to connect with you guys. We love being able to share and talk about iTOVi and how it applies to everyone. This is just so much fun for us. The other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to release the promo code now. So I'm going to go ahead and put that in the chat section, as well as I will tell you one second what the promo code is. Now, again, the promo code is going to be live from now until midnight tomorrow. It's going to be $10 off the basic and $30 off choice. If you don't have someone to give credit to, give it to Marika. The referral code is in the chat function, so feel free to go ahead and click on that to give her credit. Promo code is MarikaWeb0218. If you guys have any questions, feel free to contact us at support@iTOVi. If you guys want to put on your own webinars, you can do so by contacting us at webinars@itovi.com. We'd love to go ahead and put those on for you guys. But again, so the promo code is MarikaWeb0218. It's going to be live until now, until midnight tomorrow. So go ahead and get a discount if you're going to sign up, and send some credit someone's way so they can enjoy it as well. Awesome. All right. Well, I'm Christina, and this has been amazing.
And I'm Ian. And again, if you guys have anything we can ever do, especially with our support team, never hesitate to email us at support@itovi.com or call us at 877-483-3748.
Awesome, guys. Thanks so much. Have a good one.